Hello, everyone. Let me get started on TikTok. Let me make sure sound and everything is good. Y'all know I struggle stream. I think we're good. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. All right, let's take the music down and get started. Happy Friday, everyone, or happy Friday, as we say, for anybody new here. Hi, I am Maggie, your substitute teacher. I'd like to welcome you to another, I don't know, what are we going to call these? Another adventure, another recap. I'm always doing stuff, but you all may know me for my cooking channel. I'm all about food and femininity. I love helping feminine women attract and keep the masculine man of your dreams. If you're interested in any one-on-one consults with me or any of my group coaching, you can always go to teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. We have classes. A new finishing school is starting in January. But we are here to talk about an adventure I recently had. I did put a poll up on my YouTube community tab asking if you all wanted to hear the behind the scenes details about my most recent trips. I went to 2 YouTube creator events, one in Charlotte and one in New York City, back to back. So depending on how much detail you all want, we may be able to get through both of them today, or we may do a part 1 and a part 2. I'm always taking pictures and video. I always have my phone with me because everything is content, even something simple as just, what I'm eating or putting on a plate. So we will take attendance. If you would like to be counted present, feel free to announce yourself. However, if you prefer to watch quietly from the clouds and you know who you are, y'all are always welcome here. We are the happy, wholesome, family-friendly side of YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. All right, TikTok, y'all don't ever stop. I see Nanny, Petite 1963, Maltidi, Nusrat, Sandra, Judy, Rex, Miss Cynthia, Blessed Lady, Wanda, Snone, Mom, Lavender, A1A1, Toby or Toby, user WWE, G1, Liz, Cottontail, Velner, Sweet Pea, Fanny Mo, user Pauline, Melvin, Sharon, and Peanut Sue, and Jesse. Thank you all so much for being here on TikTok. As always, I am going to be sharing my screen, so if you would like to see any of the pictures or video, hello Apple user, you can always come over to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or Twitter. I'm Maggie the substitute teacher on all platforms. All right. Over here, I see your girl, Jur. My first time seeing you here. Hello and welcome. We got Veggie in the house. Long time seeing you. I've missed you. I hope you're doing well. Greetings to all. All right, so like I said, I'll give you all a little bit of context, and then let's see, I have a photo dump of my pictures. If you all want to see the travel part, you could put like Sky Club if you want to see the Delta Sky Club. If you want to see the flights, you can put flight in the chat, or if you just want me to get to the creator events, just put creator in the chat. And I'll customize it for what you all want. So a little bit about my content creator journey. My channel's coming up on 2 years now. I started as a cooking channel, and I still do cook every day. Right now, I'm just taking pictures and videos and trying to make little clips for you all because I'm trying to cut back on the snacks. You all know this time of year, there are a lot of good things to eat. But I started out live streaming the meals that I was making for myself or for the family. I was invited to a podcast. I said a few things about relationships that went viral. And so pretty quickly, I grew to about 40,000 followers, and it's been hanging there on YouTube. I have about 65,000 total on all socials. So I have to say thank you to all of my day ones or new ones, whatever brings you here. I'm excited to have you all here. I always say I'm just a small town girl with big dreams. I love to travel the world and eat everything. Clearly, I like to eat and share it with you all. And sometimes you all like to see some of the other stuff that's going on too, so I don't mind sharing it with you. Hello, Vani is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the hearts. Okay, so this summer I received an email from Google. You all know that Google owns YouTube, and they were standing up a new community, or new to me. Some of y'all may already know this. but it's called the YouTube Creator Collective. And if you don't know, YouTube has offices in New York and offices in LA. I've been to both of the offices, of course, they're amazing. You can imagine what a Google space would look like. But they wanted to start bringing content creators together across, I'll just say across the country. Y'all know I'm in Atlanta. So they started different communities where we can meet either virtual or some events are in person in different cities in the US. So, for example, Miami, Jacksonville, Seattle's coming up. I was in Charlotte, just wherever, because obviously you can make content wherever you are. And they want to build this sense of community, which I think is very important, and also allow content creators to meet and network with each other, which I think is fascinating because I got my big start, collabing with other content creators. And I love learning and I also love teaching, not just in the cooking space, you all, but I'm Maggie, your substitute teacher, because I use sugar-free, dairy-free, and gluten-free substitutes in my recipes. But I think we can all learn and teach as we go, all right? OMG! Look who we have here. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is exactly what I was talking about. You all, please, everybody put Nikki in the chat. I want to make her feel very warm and welcome. And I dropped the link in case you want to chat. You don't have to if you don't want to. Apple user says you enjoyed the etiquette on how to set a table with glassware. I'm so glad you all like that. I met Glam with Nikki in New York. So I was in Charlotte on Tuesday and New York on Wednesday. You all, please put Nikki in the chat and congratulate her. Her and her husband have a very funny YouTube, Facebook, Instagram channel on relationship comedy, and she is actually newer to live streaming, but she had a huge milestone. She just crossed over to 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and you all will see in today's stream for Charlotte, she's going to get a beautiful gold plaque. I know that's a huge accomplishment, so I'm very, very excited. Nikki says, I would love to chat, but we're heading out to go Christmas shopping for the little one. Yes, Merry Christmas, enjoy. She says, it was so great meeting you the other night. You're so amazing. Aw, thank you, sweetheart. So, of course, y'all know how I do. Whenever I feel like there's something that I can teach or I can learn, I'm going to ask for a collab because closed mouths don't get fed. And Glam with Nikki agreed to do a collab. So we'll put a date together, so you all stay tuned. But please go find her on whatever social platform that you all enjoy, and check out her and her husband's comedy. It is hilarious and I'm so proud of her. She says, you're the sweetest. Thank you so much. You're next in line. Look at her. She's so cute, y'all. I'm the next in line. From your lips to God's ears. Hello, Stanley. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. So I am going to share my screen, and I've given you all the backstory, and we can get as detailed as you want, or we can go as high level as you all want. Okay, I know sometimes y'all want to see everything, and literally what I do, I take my phone everywhere, and I started taking pictures of just the food because I have a cooking channel, but now I take pictures of everything. So I'm gonna scroll. What does Nikki say? Let's definitely set something up soon. Yes, absolutely. She says, thanks for the shout out. Have a great weekend, and I'll chat with you soon. Have a great live. Thank you, my dear. Yes, y'all, I think we should maybe so Nikki says she wants to learn how to cook, so she's asking me to do a cooking instruction with her. So I guess, Nikki, you can think about it. If there's one thing you want to learn how to make or you struggle making, you can put that in. I'll come up with the recipe and I'll set up something. So a collab is coming up very soon. So I'm very excited. All right, you all. Such a great community. That's the best part of it for me. It really is. All right, so let's see here. In my photo albums, and you all can see here, I also shared some of my footage from the Delta Sky Club. It was my first time in the Delta Sky Club. So if you all want the details of the Delta Sky Club, put Delta in the chat and I'll tell you. But here's the thing, just like y'all, I've been traveling regular for all of these years. And do I have my wallet here? But if you have an American Express Platinum card, which is the silver one, you have access included to airport lounges. Why does that matter? I didn't know, y'all, in a lot of these airports tucked around. Hello, the Watcher Supreme is here. Hello, Killis is here. She gonna call me bougie. In a lot of airports, and I want to do this just for Killis. If y'all want to see, put Delta. But I'm in Atlanta. We are at Delta, the hometown of Delta. So we are like Delta, Coca-Cola, UPS, Chick-fil-A. There's so many brands that are headquartered here, so we're very heavy Delta. But if you are flying Delta and you have an American Express card, you have access to the lounges. But even if you're not flying Delta, you can access lounges in a lot of different cities. So I feel like I've covered this before. Tracy says, yeah, show the Delta. Okay, so I flew out. I think I had like a 4:30 p.m. flight. And so I like to arrive at least a couple hours if you can. Y'all know before I would just pull up on two wheels and go straight to the gate. But in these airport lounges, they have food that's included, open bar that's included. They have Wi-Fi that's included, private restrooms. A lot of them have showers, and it's just a much more, I would say, comfortable space to wait for your flight. There's nothing wrong with sitting at the gate, but especially if you have access to this and you didn't know, I encourage you all to give it a try. Linda says Delta. All right, y'all. So let me share my screen so you all can see. All right, so I'm going to go back to the beginning, and I have lots of pictures, but if y'all want everything, I'll show you everything and we can do a part two. Okay, so here's the thing that I do, you all, and I encourage you all to do this. If you're going to be traveling, take a second to Google before you go the airport that you're going to and just type in lounge. Like, for example, Atlanta Airport Lounge, Charlotte Airport Lounge, or whatnot, and find out the airport that you're going to if they have a lounge. Oftentimes, you can get in with your American Express card. It's included for you. You just have to show them your card and your boarding pass. Some of them have another membership called Priority Pass. I had to do that when we were in Orlando, but you get Priority Pass free with American Express. Y'all know we're trying to use all of the benefits we have access to. Some of them even allow you to do a day pass for like $40 or $50. I'm making it up, but just check and see, because especially if your flight is delayed or you have a long layover, it's a really nice place to relax before a flight, get free food and free drink instead of, standing in line for, something else. Linda wants everything. Okay, y'all. I'm telling you now, we're probably gonna have to do a part two, if not tomorrow, Sunday. So today we'll try and focus on all things Charlotte, and then the next stream we'll try and focus on all things New York, okay? Killa says, Delta is my favorite. They're too expensive, though, on fares, so I have to settle for American Airlines most of the time. I've always had the best experience with Delta. Yeah, I have to say, y'all, and not just because, we're here in Atlanta, but I was really, really impressed. Yes, it was expensive, especially because the way these YouTube events work, we may get an email that there's an event that we are invited to within a week of that event. And, sometimes you can catch a good deal, but you all know the flights are more expensive the closer you are to it. So if I can make it work, I'll make it work. Plus, y'all know I was between jobs, so I was just kind of like, well, I've got time. Let's go and see what they do over there. But this is going to kind of come down to a halt because I've accepted a new position. I'll be back working in tech in January. But in the meantime, yes. So yeah, it is. You're right. Killa says, this is the worst. I don't want to say it, but thank you for sharing, because we never know who's watching and listening. Okay, so let us continue on. All right, so, here was my thing, y'all. I get so sidetracked. So what I did is exactly what I told you all. I Googled Atlanta Airport Lounge. And if you travel all the time, you may have this stuff on the top of your head. I don't. So when you're in the Uber on your way, find out if the airport you're going to has a lounge, find out what the requirements are to get in, and also find out where it's located. Now here in the Atlanta airport, it's huge. It's like you've got the main airport, and then you have like terminal A, B, C, D, E, Z, T. I don't know. It's a lot. So for each concourse, there's a Delta there's a Delta lounge. So our Atlanta airport has like 5+ lounges. Some of the other airports may only have one, and it may be in a different part of the airport. So if you just plan all of that before you go, it'll say, close to gate such and such on terminal such and such. Okay. Killer says everyone knows it. Well, I've had wonderful experiences on American Airlines when I fly them, but usually it's like part of a group travel. So, when I found the Delta Sky Lounge that was closest to my gate, it was actually right across. So the location was perfect. So I think my gate, let's say it was like D36 and the lounge was like D37. I was like, wonderful, because I didn't have to travel or walk very far. However, when I arrived, y'all can see they were at capacity. I was like, what in the world? I need to be here for research purposes. My scholars need to know. So they had this sign up that said, we are currently at capacity and look forward to welcoming you shortly. Now, if you're one of the super kabillionaire members, you go to the front of the line. But basically what they were doing here is they were waiting as someone, so we queued up in line. I was like number 3 in line. When someone exited the lounge, they let another person come in, just like during the pandemic when they had limited capacity in the stores and the line was wrapped around. So I had to wait a little bit. It wasn't bad though. I think I maybe waited like 10 minutes, but I was determined to get in there because I was not going to be sitting at the gate with killers. So anyway, going inside to the Delta Sky Club. Okay, so this is the nice lady outside. You all can see the gate and they have that sign there. So she's just kind of monitoring when someone comes out. She's like, you can go on in. Let's see if there's anything. I'm just showing you all. So over here, C36, where it says Charlotte, I lucked out because this is where my gate was. I was flying to Charlotte and it was literally just across the hall. So go Maggie. Now, again, because this is Atlanta and we're Delta heavy. So when I got a chance to go in, of course, they have clocks for all the time zones. Y'all know we are here for the snack. So I always make a beeline and it's kind of like this. Most of them are set up like this, like buffet style. And it's really nice. You all can kind of see here. They've got desserts, they've got sandwiches, they've got a salad bar, of course, some beverages here. I think this is some pasta on the side. But literally, you just go in, find a nice place to sit, and you can refresh yourself with as much or whatever that you want. You all can see here, we've got different salads, really nice. And I will say this, for my first time being in a Delta lounge, the service was excellent. Not only the Delta service on the plane, but even in the Delta Sky Lounge, people were kind of coming around, refreshing. Do you need anything? Can I bring you water? Are you finished eating? Like they were cleaning the plates, they were wiping down. The service was just excellent. Killis is laughing. So highly recommend, at least for my first time. So you all can see lots of choices. You all know we eat everything, but you can see here in the back, they even have fresh fruit. So they have like bananas and oranges. You can kind of see people sitting here. I think these are soups. No, this is beverages. Looks like tea and lemonade. Yes. So they basically have a nice little spread. So I'm making my way around and taking pictures for all of you all. So you see your artichokes, your tomatoes, cucumber, cranberries. You can make whatever you want. Some nice dressings. So really good quality food. Nothing's wrong with pizza and burgers. Y'all know the airport food. Y'all know the food that's usually at the gates. It's like, burgers and fries. Sometimes they do have sit down places, but I think the lounge food is a little bit more upscale if that's something that you're interested in. And they have sandwiches and chips and all of that, and cookies and cupcakes. So y'all know we are team greedy. So I wanted to make sure I got pictures of everything for you. Some chocolate cake, some strawberries, some what are these? Cupcakes. Yes, they have the healthy stuff too. For those of y'all who are interested, we've got hummus. We've got all the little dips and spreads and salsa and carrots and celery. So you get the idea. You can absolutely. And most of these lounges are open from like 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. So they're continuing to refresh the food. They're continuing to bring out fresh items. So whether you're there for breakfast or lunch or dinner, as long as you have a boarding pass for that day, you can get in as long as you have, lounge access, and sit down, relax, and refresh yourself. All right. So lots of pictures of snacks. And y'all, this is what I do. I'm moving fast. I'm taking lots of pictures because I never know what's going to turn out. Thank you for liking the live stream, Connor. I appreciate it. Okay, so we've got lemonade. We've got some tea here. You all can kind of see. They've got the TV screens up so you can, watch the news. Of course, there's Wi-Fi, just space to kind of hang out. A lot of business people, but even families too. You all can even see here through to the bar. It's a full bar. Usually the drinks are included. The drinks were included here as well. But I did notice in the Delta Lounge, they had some premium cocktails that were for pay. Y'all know I'm trying to find out what's already included, right? For research purposes, so I can report back to y'all. Killa says they give a lot of options to eat healthy if you're good, which is great. Absolutely. Now, you all know I've been on this never-ending health and wellness journey. I'm gonna be on it for the rest of my life. So when I'm home, like today, I really eat well, and it doesn't look like it, but I don't really eat as much in volume. My problem is when I'm outside of the house because I'm greedy and I want the snacks. So you'll see my spread. I get a lot of plates because I want to taste everything. I don't need to finish it all. I don't need to eat it all, clearly, but I want to taste everything. We have Princess Cupcake says, hello, it's Mimi joining from London. Hello, Mimi. My first time seeing you here, but welcome. Thank you. Across the pond, it must be late for you. My goodness, but thank you for being here. Okay, so yes, lots of options. Of course, they have the full coffee bar. You all can get cups to go. If you want to get something, you can get your espresso, your lattes. It's basically just about every restaurant on the concourse, your teas, your hot cocoa, everything that you can imagine. If you got time to sit and wait, they've got actual serveware so you can drink out of a proper cup, but if you need to take it to go, you can. This was water, y'all. They had like sparkling water, flavored water, just everything. Why be regular when you can be extra? So I decided to get a latte so you all can see. You put it underneath the machine, they grind the coffee and it's doing its thing. This is just the water machine so you all can see. You could get your your still or your sparkling, and they have different flavors here. Didn't look like they had any. I'm fine with regular water, but you all can see. Okay, so for the snacks, let's see. This was like a chicken and mushroom sauce. It was excellent, very tender, either chicken like breast meat or thigh meat with like mushrooms and gravy. If you like something savory, it was really good. They also had, what is this, scalloped potato. So if you like a cheesy sliced creamy potato, they got real food there. Yeah, potato au gratin with Ritz crackers. Come on, somebody. Yes, if you like that buttery, cheddary, potatoey. Shout out to the carbs. My goodness. We got Randy Johnson in the house. He says, good afternoon. I giggled when I saw the thumbnail. My editor made that. Let me know what y'all thought. I know flued out can have different connotations, but because I've been to a few of these events, I asked for a thumbnail that could kind of be used over and over again, as opposed to, Charlotte adventures, New York adventures. So y'all give me your honest opinion, what you think about this. If it's a little extra, more extra than we need to be, I will take it down or find something else. But that's what he put together. And I was like, yeah, I got to be really careful because, yeah, my guy doesn't like too much fooling about. That little short that I had yesterday, he was like, we're not doing that. And I was like, oh, shucks. All right, focus, Maggie. All right. Oh, Tracy says you like the thumbnail. He did good. Okay, I'm glad you all like it. Y'all know. Ah. We got the condemned in the house. He says, I wish I could get flued out for a 5-star meal. I know, exactly, right? Those are the best. For those of y'all that are new, I love to travel. The little boys are older now. They're teenagers. They live with dad. So when I have time, I'm going to be doing stuff and I'm going to be sharing it with y'all. I'm just getting started. In my mind, I got a lot I want to do. So as long as y'all want me to share, I'll continue to share. Okay. So we've got our potatoes au gratin here. If you all like those heavy carbs, yummy. Of course, some steamed broccoli. I think this was a broccoli and cheddar soup. And then I went to the bar. Of course, they have everything there. They even have some premium items there and a nice little menu. I just told her I asked her to make me something light and sweet. whatever it is, I don't know. All right, don't judge me, y'all. I got a little bit of everything. I know it's a mess, but I wanted to taste everything. So hot drinks, cold drinks, cocktail, a little soup, a little mushroom, a little. This is how I eat this when I'm out. All right, let's move along. All right, so I'm just sipping and enjoying, taking a bite of my cupcake. Facilities, everything was squeaky clean, just really nice. And now it's time for my flight. So I think I stayed there about an hour and a half. So just showing you all, they've got lots of space here. Usually in the airport, these lounges are on the second floor. So when you're on a concourse, you just kind of like, you think this is everything. It's not. There's some hidden elevators, and then you go up to a second floor, and that's where these lounges are. So you kind of have that bird's eye view. Elsie says, I like the thumbnail. Okay, good. I'm glad you all do. All right, so you can see there's lots of space here, not lots of lighting, you know, comfortable seating. You can work, you can eat, you can do whatever you want to. Okay, so just some more pictures so you all can see. So now it's time to go to the gate. I think we see Killis here. So we're boarding, we're getting on the plane. So here's the thing. So you want to keep an eye out for when your flight is boarding. Most of us have our phones now and you have your notifications. Delta's really good about this. A lot of airlines too, when it's time to start boarding, they'll start notifying your phone. So you'll want to account for how far your lounge is from your gate. Luckily for me, I just got on the elevator, came down, and it was right there. What does Tara say? Do they ever question you anywhere with getting some of all of it, or do you explain to them what your online presence is? Are you talking about the food? If you're talking about the food and my greedy snacks, no. I think that's what you're asking. Do they ever question me like why I'm getting all that food? I no, but even yeah, no. Sometimes I'll just tell people, especially like if I'm in a restaurant or dining with others, you know, I'll say I do have a cooking channel. Are you okay if I take some pictures? And usually they're like, oh yeah, and they'll give you extra stuff because they want you to review it. That's a problem. Achilles, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let me know if I answered your question, Leanne. Okay, so we're getting ready to get on our flight. This is Atlanta to Charlotte. I've got my drink with me. We're boarding. Everything is good. Now, have I arrived to Charlotte? Okay, so touchdown, Charlotte, North Carolina. The Charlotte flight, Atlanta, which is in the south, North Carolina, also in the south. Y'all, it's a 35-minute flight. So they didn't do any beverage or refreshment service on the Atlanta to Charlotte flight. So it's a good thing that I was able to pop into the lounge, like I can't miss a meal, but I was able to get whatever I wanted because they didn't serve us on the plane because the flight was so short. Leanne says, yes, that's my question. I always would like to try it all, but I don't want them looking at me crazy. Y'all, if I worried about people looking at me crazy, I don't think I'd be doing any of this. Sometimes I'm just like, what in the world am I doing? But I think I've just always been the uncool kid. So for me, it's just like, this is just me. I ain't never been cool. So, but yeah, I do. I try to nibble on everything. So that's kind of what I do. All right, so let us continue. All right, so now I've arrived in Charlotte, North Carolina. Where am I going? So this is beautiful. It's just Charlotte is, I think, the Queen City. So I'm leaving. I'm in the Uber from the Charlotte airport. So the first event I'm going to is in, the Charlotte Mint Museum. I don't know what's going on with the sound. So you all can see the Bank of America Stadium where the Carolina Panthers play. You can see it's decorated red and green. Red and green for Christmas. Okay, so let me explain this and then I'm gonna actually take you all into the YouTube event. So when we get these invitations for events, they tell us where it is, obviously the city, and then you RSVP, and if you're selected to go, then they'll give you the actual address. So I just knew it was Charlotte. Once I got the confirmation, I knew it was at this place called the Mint Museum. Never been there before, but I'll try just about anything. And then they always have like a content creator host, which is usually a bigger content creator that they've, asked or, compensated to be there to kind of welcome us and, kind of kick off the event, introduce themselves. So this event was hosted by Rebecca Rogers, who is an actual teacher. She also just has 1 million followers on TikTok. It's just, on YouTube. It's her name. She might be on TikTok too. A lot of content creators are on all platforms. But she's an actual school teacher who, during the pandemic, she wanted to come up with some quirky ways to keep connected with her students. So she started a YouTube channel to relate to them because she's like a high school social studies teacher. Really nice, really quirky, and it just kind of took off. And so I definitely wanted to meet her because I'm like, people all the time think I'm a real teacher. I'm not a real teacher, y'all. I work in tech, but I'm your substitute teacher because I cook with food substitutes, all right? Killa says, excuse me, were your flights smooth? There was some weather problems that area the last few days. I have a turbulence phobia. Atlanta to Charlotte was perfectly fine. It was only a 35-minute flight, so that was fine. Charlotte to New York might have had a little bit of bumps, and then New York back home to Atlanta, I was knocked out. I did like a red eye. But yeah, I think the flights were smooth. There was a little bit of turbulence, I think, on my flight number 2. So that's one of the things I also love about Delta. Shout out to Delta. When I was looking at booking this for some of the other places I was going to, usually you can just do one way or you can do round trip. I don't know if the other airlines offer this, so if someone needs to educate me, please do. But on Delta's website, they have something called multi-city. So for me to go to Atlanta, and then Charlotte, spend the night in Charlotte, then from Charlotte to New York, and then New York all the way back to Atlanta, I was able to book a 3-legged flight, if that makes sense. So you could probably stitch one together, but shout out to Delta. Okay, so I am arriving at the Mint Museum. So it's beautiful. Downtown Charlotte, I've been there a couple times before. It's to me like a newer city in the South, and a lot of business, a lot of industry there, a lot of finance there. Bank of America is, I think, headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. So there's a big influx of money there. So decorated for the holidays. I thought the lights were beautiful. And so the Uber has dropped me off. So I literally went straight from my flight to the museum. So I'm wheeling my luggage with me. So we arrive at the Mint Museum. No idea where I'm going, but okay, that's fine. So there's Maggie about to go inside. It's a beautiful night out in the city. And before I go inside, I just took a little spin around so you all can see downtown Charlotte. It's beautiful. It's a great walkable city, really clean. And I felt very safe. And it was just beautiful, lit up at night. All right, so I'm trying to figure out where I'm going. I don't know where my sound is, but I'm just saying, all right, I made it to the Mint Museum. So let's go inside. All right, so there's me, and we're going in. I think this is the Bank of America building back here. I could be wrong. Maybe one of y'all know. All right, so we're going in. Well, I'm going inside the museum. They gave us the email. In the email, the instructions were to arrive at the Mint Museum. I think this event was a nighttime event. Yes, it was 7 to 9 p.m. So it was after the museum had closed for the night, and they had a private event for YouTube content creators. What does Killa say? Oh, Tara, I used to be just like that in my younger days. I now kick myself for caring and wasting all that time with anxiety instead of enjoying life as it happened. Yeah, y'all, I could really care about what people think. And sometimes I do, but not really, because I don't want to say I know my heart, but I just, in my old age, and y'all know I just turned 48, everybody's got an opinion, and people want to do what they want. So as long as it's not infringing on anyone, that's what I do. The Condemned says, from getting flued out to a 3-legged flight, just kidding. It's late and I'm in jokester mode. Okay, maybe I said something I wasn't supposed to. Y'all know. Again, I'm not cool, so y'all gotta help me. All right, let us continue. Let's keep it family friendly. All right, so I'm going into the museum. Now I still got my luggage with me, so there's the stairs entrance, but I'm looking for the elevator. Usually when I do these day trips, y'all, I just take a little backpack because I go and come right back. But I don't know, maybe Google had some money left over for the end of the year. So there's three more events this week, y'all. There's Seattle, Jacksonville, and Tampa. And I thought about doing another round, but I think I'm just going to stay put. Okay, so I'm in the elevator. The first floor is the gift shop. So I'm on my way up to the fifth floor, but just taking some pictures for you all. The museum is nice. I don't know much about the museum, but I love an adventure. So I'm going up, and now I'm on level 5. And this is where they are hosting the event for us. So you can see it's like a private gallery. They have, I don't know what what is it called? I don't know the theme of it was, but I'm just looking, and you can see here there's a sign that says YouTube creator Charlotte meetup. So I'm like, okay, follow the signs, make sure you're in the right place. All right, see how everybody's doing in the chat. Callissa's condemned. That's probably your Uber. She took. Did I take your Uber? Y'all are so funny. I'm always happy to help out. And I've said this multiple times, and I'll keep saying it. If anybody's interested, I can refer people into the YouTube Shorts community. So if you're interested, let me know. I don't know their selection criteria, but they are looking to increase creators having access to each other, having access to Google, having access to brands. And I'm here for all of it. I did have a few shorts that went viral. I've got 40,000 on YouTube, but sorry, y'all, I got some lint. I have met creators with 2,000 followers. So their criteria is their criteria, but whatever I can do to help y'all know, I will. I hope you do know I will. Okay, so I go inside, they ask for your name, check you off on the list, show your ID. Then we always get these wristbands that say Creator Collective. So that's a nice little souvenir if you want to keep it. And so they're pointing us into the space for the museum. So you can see here, those are the two nice ladies that were checking as we came in. So they have their different exhibitions and decorated for the holidays. So I had just landed. So I was like, okay, that's fine. No, I think now I have to go up to the 5th floor. That's right. Okay, special events on the 5th floor. So when I came in on the 1st floor, they were checking ID because it was after the museum had closed. So they're telling me go up to the 5th floor, and I got my wristband just to make sure I'm in the right space. Then when I arrive here, it says Creator Collective welcome. So this is the YouTube group that I am in. And like I said, beautiful space, but I had just landed, and so I wanted to pop into the ladies to refresh myself. So they have some more people there, but I'm like, okay, let me go make sure I don't look crazy. And now I'm going to go into the event. So they have some nice little hosts there. She's telling me we have champagne, we have some appetizers for you all. So when you walk in, it's you walk in, and there's like a hallway to the left and a hallway to the right. So on the left is the exhibit, and I didn't know what I was going into, y'all. I just show up places, but I thought it was a really nice exhibit, and I'll show you all the pictures. This was an exhibit of awards, like the actual trophies. So like the MTV Award, the American Music Award, the Soul Train Award. If y'all watch any of those award shows and they give people those trophies, in the exhibit hall, they were all behind glass, and you could kind of read the story behind the creative concept. I'm not artistic, but for those of you all who are, that's where we got to see the actual awards. And in that space, they have the YouTube plaques. I don't have a YouTube plaque yet, but if you all have seen, if you get to, or when you get to 100,000 followers on YouTube and they verify, then you get the silver, they call it the play button. A lot of y'all have seen it behind content creators with 100,000. Then they have a gold one when you get to 1 million followers. So shout out to Glam with Nikki, who I'm going to collab with. She's so sweet. I'm very excited. She just crossed over to 1 million. So if you see anybody with a gold play button, they have 1 million. They have another one that looks like crystal for 10 million, and all these different increments. So it was really interesting to see and to understand, the inspiration behind these awards. So that was on one side of the hall. Then on the other side of the hall were the snacks. So YouTube always does a really good job with food and drink at these events, y'all. They really do. There's always an open bar. They always have a cocktail and a mocktail, and it's usually like something creative and festive for either the region or the occasion. And then they have the food stations. I tried to make my way to everything, but I missed out on one food station because I was really trying to like meet with people and talk to them. All right. So let us continue. So you can see here, so there's the exhibit, and they told us there were these QR codes here. If you wanted to learn about the exhibits, you could scan the QR code, which I did. It actually opens up, the museum has an app, kind of like a guided tour or a self-guided tour, so you can walk through on your own and either read about or learn about the exhibits. So I thought that was really cool. So they have that there. So now I'm walking in. All right, and I'm asking, what do we have here? So at the front, I think this one was some toast, like some little crostinis with, I think he said, charred beef tenderloin. Shout out to Killis. So if you like it charred on the outside and a little bit like medium rare on the inside, they had nice little bites there for us. So that was delicious. And then my lighting wasn't good here, but these are chicken wontons. So it was like the little puff pastry with some chicken and like a cream sauce inside. So that was really good. And then of course, they had the champagne, and I wish I had my volume here. I don't know what's going on, but they were just explaining this is, the welcome cocktail for everyone, and it was nice and festive. So we had, I think this is cranberry, and I think it was thyme or something, but just really nice and fresh and a nice little welcome cocktail. Killa says, yum. Shout out to you for your charred beef tenderloin. So they're welcoming us in. So of course I got one of each right at the door, and then I just wanted to kind of sit down, and I found a place to kind of tuck my luggage and my coat. So now I'm going to the first food station, so you all can see this is like the charcuterie board. So they have the vegetable spread with dip, they have breadsticks here, jam, they have some crackers, of course all the meats and cheeses, salami, pepperoni, cheddar, pickles, some honey, some sticks of bread, some crackers. So you all can see here, this is the first of 3. So they had 3 beautiful spreads out, and I do like to kind of get there early and take pictures of everything so you all can see the beautiful presentation. Nice use of height. If you like charcuterie board and meat and cheeses, I thought the presentation was done excellent. Oh, didn't mean to zoom in that much. Okay. So let's see what they say here. You can see they always have, and I've noticed this at all Google events, and this is probably just best practice because you never know what people's allergies are. They have the meat and cheese, so gluten-free option for the charcuterie board, but then they also have the crudité. So if you want your dips and all the other little fixings, you can make a nice little plate. So let me give you all a little unsolicited etiquette, especially this time of year when we're out and about. Whenever you are dining with others, well, first of all, when you go to these events and they have, the staff passing around little bite size, they're made in those little bite sizes so that you can pop the whole thing in your mouth and eat it in one bite. So they're intentionally made that small because when you're mingling with others, you want to try and have a free hand to greet people, or maybe you're holding your plate or your phone, so you don't want to like bite it and then it could crumble like onto you. So try to eat the bite in one go. Whenever you're in a buffet setting where you can help yourself, you want to get, and they did have the small plates, but the proper etiquette for buffet is, of course, you can get whatever you want, but you want to get a little bit at a time, and it should kind of make sense. For example, at this event, they had 3 stations. They had the charcuterie station that you all saw. Then they had like a macaroni and cheese bar. I saw it, I heard about it, I didn't get any, but I did get pictures for y'all. And then they also had like another bar with meats, like meatballs and crab cakes and all of that. Y'all are gonna see everything. But what you wanna do is take your plate, always a new plate every time, but you take your plate and then you would just get whatever is in that station. So for example, the charcuterie station, you want to make your first pass only the things from this table. And then you would get what you want, sit down, eat, mingle, talk to people. And then, of course, they had staff collecting everywhere. They have the trays in the corner where you could put your empty glass, put your plate if it's finished or not. Then, when you go to the next station, you would get a clean plate and then put your items on there. So you don't go with one plate and heap it on, okay? So, unsolicited etiquette tip. Hey, Neek, thank you so much for being here. I always love sharing with you all what I have learned. Hello, Luca. Thank you so much for being here. All right, so let us continue. All right, so that's the charcuterie station. So you all can see, oh, I took some still pictures for you. So beautiful presentation, nice and colorful. If you like those really rich flavors, brie and all those savory things, raw honey on the honeycomb, it was great. It was great. So that was the first station. They always have a beautiful like centerpieces, excuse me, at the Google events I've been to. So you all can see over here in the back is the bar. And then they have these tables where you can kind of gather. You can, like a standing event where you can eat. And then they had some icebreakers here, ask a creator. So shout out to those of y'all that are introverts. I am not. I don't mind. For me, when I go to an event like this, because I know it's for content creators, here's another unsolicited tip, especially for this time of year. When you're in mixed company and you're meeting people that you don't know, of course, you can introduce yourself and you can, what I do, I introduce myself. Hi, I'm Maggie. It's a pleasure to meet you. I have a cooking channel. What kind of content do you make? So that's an easy way to break the ice. But if you don't know who these people are, look for things that you have in common. So for example, we're in a museum. So you can ask, this is a beautiful exhibit. Have you been to this museum before? Or if you were invited by the host, you have that person in common. How do you know Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so? But you want to look for things when you're in mixed company that bring people together and not things that would cause a debate, because at the end of the day, it's the holidays. We want to build relationships, okay? And Killis, I try, y'all. I'm here until I'm not. So I'm giving you the tips. Y'all can do what you want to. All right, so they do have some icebreakers here, some little questions you can ask to spur the conversation if you need help. So you can see here the open bar is in the back. They've got a couple cocktails. Of course, they pretty much have everything. You can get whatever you like. They have some videos playing. So you all see this content creator. That's the other room with the food I'm going to show you. I'm just taking a spin around since I got there kind of early. So you can see this is a content creator who has received their, looks like the gold play button. So they're probably talking about the history of these awards and whatnot. So it started out kind of light. I actually like this event. It was kind of subdued, kind of mature, if you will. I've been to multiple YouTube events and each one is different. Sometimes there's a DJ, do, 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 do. Sometimes they're doing that. This one seemed a little bit more sophisticated in a museum, a little bit more refined. I like that, but you can decide whatever they invite you to. If you want to go, you can go. Killis is laughing. Y'all know y'all don't, look, like I said, I'm just going to keep sharing. Y'all can listen or not at the end of the day. All right, now, I do have to say, I was feeling a little festive, so I put on this headband. Now that I look back on it, I'm like, why did I do that? I thought it was cute. I was in the spirit, but I didn't get, someone doesn't like it, but I was feeling festive. So the invitation said, dress for the holidays. My stylist is gonna get me. Okay, so now I'm going into the actual exhibit. So I've made my first pass and gotten some snacks, gotten the welcome cocktail. People are coming in, and so I'm going into the exhibit with the actual awards. So you all can kind of see here, you all may know some of these awards. I have to say, I don't really watch a lot of TV. So some of these look familiar, some of these do not, but it was beautiful the way it was kind of set up. So you could go through, and just like at any museum, you all can see there's like a little placard underneath each award that tells you how the award was created, the inspiration, all of that. Killa says, "Wow, that flower arrangement was beautiful. The red vase with the blue flowers." Yeah, I'm telling you, it's always, I'm sure they hire somebody to do the decor. I've met at the Atlanta event. But yes, it's just beautiful to me. Now, this is with my flash when I first arrived. Oh, I think I took it out. But yeah, you all can see here, just very beautiful and well lit. I don't know if these are orchids or irises, but yeah, YouTube always does a really good job. Beautiful. So for those of y'all that are into style, absolutely. All right, so let's see, what are y'all saying here? Killer says it's cute and fun and cheerful. Thank you. I liked it too, but some other people have high expectations for Maggie, so I need to be a little bit more um, sophisticated. I have a silly side. Anyway, let us continue. Thank you for that. Yeah, y'all like the flowers. Okay. So I'm in the exhibit. So basically what's happening now, people are arriving. So the event was from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So we arrived, we got our welcome champagne. Of course, they have like the food stations. And I didn't want to be just food, food, food. So I took my first pass at the charcuterie station, had a nice cocktail. Then I came to the other side and we had like time to just kind of peruse the awards in the exhibit. So they were allowing people to kind of come in, get refreshed. And then at the like 8 o'clock, like halfway through the event, they gathered us all together and did like a welcome to kind of kick off the event. And then we had time to network with each other. And then they did a group picture at the end. So a lot of these events, at least the YouTube events I've been to, they've been very like fluid and allowed you to kind of organically build relationships with people. Hillis took a screenshot of the flower arrangement. I can't stop staring at it. And you think you have problems, Maggie? Aw, inbox me. I'll send you the picture. I'll send you the actual photo. You can see it. Leanne says everyone should embrace their silly side from time to time. I think so too. It's still here. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get in so much trouble. But you know what? We all have life. We all have responsibilities. And sometimes it's just nice to feel a little bit festive. That's too bright. Merry Christmas. Absolutely. Okay, let me know. Let me know what y'all think about that. It's my stream and I'll flash if I want to. Okay, that did not sound good. Focus, Maggie. Okay. Leanne says, that's my Maggie right there. Merry Christmas. Yeah. Those of y'all who know me know I am like really festive. Hence the reason I take these etiquette classes. Bonnie says, that's great. Y'all like it? I'm so glad y'all like it. Thank you. Okay. Marie says that headdress is better than the... Okay, so for those of y'all who don't know what Marie is talking about, I had a stream with my stylist who did a closet cleanse with me, and I may or may not have had some tights that were one leg red and one leg green. Y'all, I would so wear that like for the holidays. So shout out to the Joker, I think. It is my stream. Oh, thank you all. I appreciate that. I needed that laugh. Okay. Let us continue. So I'm just kind of perusing through the museum. You all can see there's lots of awards here. Apparently there's so many organizations that award people. I don't know about half of this stuff. I'm not an artistic person, but I just thought it was beautiful. I don't know where my sound is, but there was nice little music and then there was a stage over here in the back. So I'm just taking time. You all can see the YouTube awards back here in the corner. I'm going to make my way over to them. But just a beautiful exhibit, and shout out to the Mint Museum. I think it's a beautiful space for private events. For those of y'all with the budget, you can have your holiday company event here. So apparently BMW has some awards for, what is it? No, I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, BMW Mercedes-Benz Service Awards, like Taco Bell Golden Bell Award. I didn't go through all of these, but as you all can see, Y'all are laughing at me. As you all can see, there's lots of different awards, and different organizations give out awards for whatever reason. I feel like I'm sitting in the dark, but you know what? It's okay. Let us continue. So probably if I go through the app, I can, oh my gosh, it's so dark on TikTok. Let me give you all a little bit of light. If you, 1 second, let me turn it down a little bit. I've got a little app on my phone that does the lights. Okay, hopefully y'all can see. Okay, so I could probably go through the app and let me take it. I don't want to give anybody a headache. That's a thing now, like people who have issues with, flashing stuff. I don't want to get flagged. But if you had time, you could go through and read about all of them. I'm sure I could look them up, but you all get the picture. Okay, so lots of awards. It's beautiful. Everything's nice behind glass. I'm just enjoying myself, walking through. Maybe y'all know some of this stuff, maybe you don't. But there was just a lot going on from sports. That looks like Vimeo, whatnot. So I think I just took pictures and video while I had this space to myself as people were coming in. So I think my flight landed at like 6, and I just literally Ubered there directly. The event started at 7, so I got there very early. Or before a lot of people had come in. So I'm just taking some pictures now. I'm walking towards the end where the stage is, and I'm looking at the YouTube award. So that is the gold play button for 1 million. There's the crystal for 10 million, and there's the silver for 100,000. So they had a whole little section in the awards. And you all can see here National Geographic has a YouTube award. There's so much history for all of them, but they had samples of them. And it was really nice to see, like as a content creator, if you have hopes of growing your channel, you can see how much bigger the gold play button is compared to the silver play button. And I've never seen any of these in person, so I don't know if y'all have, but it's nice to see. So I'm walking around, I've got my glass, I'm taking some pictures next to the awards, and just some more pictures so you all can see. And apparently they have more than that, y'all. They have the 100,000, the 1 million, the 10 million. I think there's a 50 million. Like, I think, is that Baby Shark? Yeah, Baby Shark has an award. Mr. Beast has his own award. I think he is the biggest YouTuber ever. Let me see if I can zoom in. So the Mr. Beast award for 50 million YouTube subscribers. So you all can see here, if you don't know his channel, he does like stunts and stuff like that, but they created an award directly for him based on his logo. So you all can see here, it's just nice history for anyone who's really interested in this kind of stuff. So I just took time to take pictures. Apparently the Baby Shark video had the Baby Shark channel has 50 million subscribers, so they got their own award. I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about that, but you all can kind of see. Mr. Beast had, no, there's another one. I don't know what half of this stuff is, you all. The YouTube Works Award. So I think I just took pictures. And then this is another huge YouTuber. Some of y'all have heard of someone called PewDiePie. I don't know what type of content he makes, but I am aware of the name. He has 50 million. And so they made a custom award based on his logo, which looks like a fist. So just stuff like that. Major League Baseball, all that kind of stuff. So this is kind of the exhibit. So it's nice to see the different YouTube awards side by side. And one of these is 10 million, maybe 20 million. But yeah. All right. So there's the gold award for 1 million. So that's what you get when you get 1 million subscribers. This little crystal award, the red diamond award, is 100 million subscribers. Is there anybody on YouTube with 100 million subscribers? I don't know, y'all. I really don't know. Killa says, that's so cool. Y'all like this? I never know. Y'all have so much in my phone. Like everywhere I go, I'm taking pictures because I would rather like take the picture and be able to tell people about it. And then instead of saying, oh, I should have taken a picture, but I never want to like just dump on y'all. That's why I'm always making the polls. Do y'all want to see this stuff? The Condemned says, geez, I've only known about the silver and the gold plaques. I didn't even imagine the 10 million sub plaques. Neat. Y'all like this? I'm glad y'all like it. So yes, let's continue on. But I guess as YouTube has grown and they have people who, I'd love to know, does anybody know the PewDiePie channel? What type of content he makes? So as these content creators have grown, they make custom awards for them. Maybe we should make a Maggie Award and it's like a blinking apron or something like that. I don't know, y'all. Mr. Beast has over 100 million. Okay. Could someone let me know what Mr. PewDiePie does and how many subscribers he has? So there's this Red Diamond Award when you have 100 million subscribers. Yeah, so there's four official, the silver, the gold, the diamond, and red diamond. So there's what it looks like so you all can see. This is the one that most of us have seen. So most of us who see content creators with this in the background, this is the silver play button. This is the first one you get at 100,000 subscribers. So most of the people that we know have something like this in the background. Very few of them have the gold one, and I have never seen this one. What is this one? The Diamond Award. Okay, so this is 10 million. Okay, so 10 million gets you the diamond, 100 million gets you the red diamond. And then National Geographic has an award, Fandango has an award, just a lot of history. So you all can see, I don't know if this is Wonder Woman, but you all can just see. So the YouTube awards, there's the ESPY Award. Shout out to y'all who like sports. Apparently this is an awards exhibit in the museum. So you could take time to learn about all of these. I just took pictures. Some of y'all may know what some of this stuff is. I made a beeline strongman competitions. What is this? Fight championships. I made a beeline for the YouTube corner, but you all can kind of see what we have here. Apparently a football. There's a Grammys, just all kind of stuff. But yeah, it is cool because when are you going to see this stuff in real life? I know I don't. So again, that's why it's scrolling along the bottom. Country Music Awards, BET Awards, Soul Train Awards. There's the American Music Award. Y'all can see iHeartRadio, so much of this stuff. So that's why, again, thank you, YouTube, for inviting me, Country Music Awards, because who gets to see this stuff, right? There's the actual American Music Awards. So when you all watch the award show and you see people holding them, now we know. Okay, so Maggie's about to throw a little shade. Okay, so yes, I'm old. Let's talk about that. Let's have a little family meeting. I know I'm the old lady here. Killa says, it says Mr. Beast has 218 million subscribers, y'all. So yeah, you can see why YouTube would give him his own award, and shout out to him. Okay, you're going to see about PewDiePie, and I think it's PEW, but it says he does comedic content and extensive media coverage, so it sounds like a broad range of content. Okay, so apparently PewDiePie and Mr. Beast, comedy is really important, y'all. People come to YouTube to learn, yes. Because even me, I thought I was going to just do a cooking channel, and I do have a cooking channel. I talk to you all about what I'm making for dinner for me or the family. But look at how our channel has grown when I'm traveling and I'm doing things y'all want to know. But, I've learned that, and that's what Glam with Nikki does. The comedy part, I'll pull up her channel in a second so you all can see. The comedy part of learning is very important on social media, especially for this new generation, with that kind of attention span. People want to learn, but they want to be entertained while they're learning. I didn't even think I was funny. Y'all know I'm always dancing in the kitchen. That's like really who I am. Y'all think it's funny. And so I guess that's why people like what I do. But sometimes channels who are just like, I just want to get my point across, or I just want to, go hard or whatever. Like, people don't choose to tune into that. They're just kind of like, maybe they do. But I'm not surprised that Mr. Beast and PewDiePie both do comedy content. I crack y'all up. I'm glad. I'm glad y'all do. And some people, have a personality for it and some people don't. Y'all know, I mean, I got my strengths and I got my weaknesses. Shout out to the animals. You won't see me at a rescue shelter. Carry on. Okay. But, we love everybody. Don't do any harm. Okay, Country Music Awards, the Soul Train Awards. Shout out to the Soul Train Awards. There's the BET Awards. Y'all have seen the BET Awards show. So they got the golden microphone. And each of these little plaques gives you the history and tells you kind of a little bit about it. There was just so much, y'all. I couldn't take it all in, but it was beautiful. MTV Awards. Y'all have seen the Moon Man, MTV Movie Awards with the popcorn, the Emmys. I mean, some of these I know. So yeah. Oh, I thought I lost it. So you all can see. And I just, at this point, the Golden Globes, I'm just taking pictures of everything. The Dance Crew Awards, another BET award. Cleo, is that Canadian? So yes. Oh, I was gonna go back here and throw my shade. Okay, a little teachable moment. Ladies, young people, I'm just gonna go ahead and use this to make a point. Here I am looking crazy. All right, let me explain to y'all why I'm looking crazy. And I don't know where my sound is. Oh, y'all know I'm just not an animal lover. God bless them, but I love kids. I can't get down with the animals. Okay. So when we were invited to this event and we knew it was at a museum, it was an evening event, and they did tell us to dress, for the occasion, kind of festive. So you all see I had this. Everybody's channel is different, and y'all know I always say, I know I'm traditional, but everybody isn't. So you're always going to see a little bit of everything at a YouTube event. People come as they are. That's fine. But I treat a museum just like I would treat any other kind of like more refined environment. And I'm quietly taking pictures and video so I can share with you all. But while I was there, I heard a young lady behind me. And she was literally, got my passport for work. She was literally in the museum going live. Okay, everybody, so I'm here at the museum. I want you to see my outfit. It's giving this, I'm wearing this, I have this on. And she's like literally doing a live stream with her audience. Can y'all see me? I don't know. I mean, the Wi-Fi is just terrible. I mean, like she's literally doing a live stream in the museum. Y'all, so this is why I'm looking crazy. Giving some shade. I'm gonna own it. Yes, I'm looking crazy, but I just thought, and ladies, read the room. Y'all know how I am about etiquette, but I thought it was inappropriate because, again, when you are with mixed company, you don't want to do things that make it all about you. I'm quietly taking pictures and I can share with you all in my own platform, but I just thought it would be wholly inappropriate for me to break out my phone in the middle of the museum and do a live stream with all this commotion while other people are really just trying to mingle and take it in. So what does the condemned say? She got a Magic City uniform on in the museum. Ain't no way. And she was loud, y'all. I don't know her. Shout out to the young lady. And I don't know her channel. Maybe she does, I don't know what kind of content she does. Maybe she does fashion content, but I had a mama moment. So let's move on. That's why I'm looking crazy. And she's going live in the museum. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. If that was a little harsh, you can tell me. Am I going to change? Probably not. Okay, so what are we doing now? Okay, she's still in there going live. So I'm walking out because honestly, I was annoyed, but she's doing her thing. And so I'm going to go over to the other side now to the food station. And maybe she came early to go live and let everybody know about it. Shout out to her. Okay, so let's go back to the snacks. Liz is laughing. Let's go back to the snacks. So I did my first round at the charcuterie board. I mingled, I've talked to people, I've exchanged information. I met a lovely couple who has like a family channel. They're from Russia. It was just great. So now I'm going to go back for round number 2 on the snacks. So you can see they have signs up. So they have spring rolls. This is Achilles's appetizer, the hors d'oeuvres, the charred tenderloin of beef on the crostini, and they have roasted eggplant if you're vegan, and then the chicken wonton. So I do like this when they have the food out and they have the servers kind of walking around and giving the snacks. You can look at the ingredients and see if there's anything that you don't need to be eating, but y'all know I'll pretty much try everything. Okay, so let's see what is happening here. Took another little video. Okay, I'm at the bar. So I came to get a cocktail. Maybe I needed, I didn't need anything, but they have the food out, then they have the full bar. And as always, they have the cocktail. So they have the creator cider. That's cute. And you can see you can also get it as a mocktail if you want alcohol free. You never have to drink if you don't want to. So they always have 2 cocktails special for the event. So they have the creator cider and the red diamond, and then your beer choice, your wine choice, and a full bar. So they have some suggestions, or they can make you whatever you want. If you want something as simple as a Moscato, you can. I'd love to know, what are y'all drinking from here? I did get the creator cider. Shout out to Killa. So this is your whiskey. It was a little strong for me. Y'all know I'm a lightweight, but I wanted to try it because it had the ginger beer and the apple. And then I think I had the red diamond. This was much more my speed with the cranberry and rosemary. And I think I also got a Moscato. But let me know what y'all are drinking from the bar. Okay, let us continue. So I think this is the first drink I asked for, the creator cocktail. So she's making that for me. She's putting the, special punch and juices and berries and everything. But of course, all of this is included. And so that was very nice. So now I'm making my way over to the other. Oh, no, the servers are out and they're walking around. So these are the egg rolls. So of course, I had to get one for y'all for research purposes. So they're going to hand you a little napkin. I'm trying to do it with my phone, dunk it a little bit and get an egg roll. What are we doing here? Okay, so now it's starting to fill up. You can see people are coming in. They've asked us to gather for the opening remarks. And then this is Rebecca Rogers. She is the social studies teacher who's now over 1 million YouTubers. She's basically welcoming us. She is originally from North Carolina. So usually when they have these events, yes, it's hosted by YouTube, but they always have a creator that's from the area kind of welcome people to their hometown. Says, yeah, shout out to you and your whiskey. I know. So she's basically welcoming us there, get to know people. She's telling us about her YouTube journey because everybody's channel is different. So you can see we're all filming. Then they always have a YouTube or a Google employee there. So this young lady works for YouTube and she's basically welcoming everybody. So of course, now I'm networking. I'm asking, to connect with people, asking, introducing myself, making small talk. And I did ask Rebecca Rogers for a collab and she also said yes. So we'll have to get that on the calendar. You all will see me and Rebecca in an upcoming collab. She has a comedy channel as well. She does skits. I think she does like classroom skits. So she makes fun of herself. She makes fun of other teachers. So if you're into that kind of content, that's what she does. So I figured since I have Maggie the substitute teacher, it'd be nice to collab with an actual teacher. So stay tuned for that. So she was super nice. And now they welcomed us and, people are there wearing masks and doing whatever they do. I don't know. I think this young man has a video game channel. Maybe some of y'all know him. So you can see, he's there in full regalia. People are taking it in, looking at the events. And of course, introduced myself. I think he told me the name of his channel. But yeah, I think he's a video gamer and he plays video games with his mask on. So more hors d'oeuvres are being passed around. So I think those are more of the wontons. Now I'm making my way to the second food station. So this is the I took a video of it, but I didn't get any. This is the mac and cheese bar. All right. So they had a whole pan of mac and cheese. and then all the different toppings, tomatoes, bacon, dips, spreads. Honestly, you all, I try to take pictures of everything for you all. And then usually what I do is I put my phone down and I actually go make a plate, but I didn't make a plate. So this is the next station. We had meatballs, crab cakes. I think that's chicken. Yes, so you all can see here. Let me see if I can pause it on the menu. But usually what I do so that I'm not obnoxious is I wait for the food stations to be empty. So they had jumbo lump crab cake, 5 out of 5. It was excellent. Roasted cocktail meatballs, 5 out of 5. They were excellent. And then the chicken tenders, I would say 4.5 out of 5. They were excellent. So what I try to do so as not to be obnoxious, especially when they have these food stations where it's like you can serve yourself, I don't want to be there with my phone. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me. So I kind of wait for people to go mingle. And then if I glance over and the food area is unattended, then I'll get my camera out and I'll do my little video for you all. Killa says he looks buff. Yes, he does. So maybe he was a wrestler or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's super nice. So I try to just go take the footage and then I'll have to go back and get a plate. All right. But I was able to taste the food and it was excellent. It was absolutely excellent. YouTube always does a really good job, whoever they cater with. So I got some videos, I got some pictures for you all. The lighting was kind of different in there. There's Killis's vase and her purple flowers again, but it kind of had like a red ambiance going on. So the crab cake, the meatballs, the chicken tenders, and the dipping sauces. So lots of snacks. Of course, like we said, you can get as much as you want, but proper etiquette. I think this is the the egg rolls again. Proper etiquette is 1 plate per time. Then you would take a plate, you would go to that station, get your crab cakes, get your meatball, get your chicken tenders for those of y'all that are team protein, and then you would eat that and finish before you went to the next one. So I only made it to 2 of the 3 stations, but it's okay. I can miss a meal. All right. So this is Leah, very excited. Super excited for you all. Let me see, I need to pull up everybody's channel. I was able to talk to her. Let me tell y'all a little bit about Leah. So as I am, and she's a content creator, obviously, she has like a skincare and like fashion and travel channel. So I start talking about, some of the travel that I did. And I told her about, our meetups. And she said, oh, yes, I just did a campaign for Virgin Cruise Line. And I was like, what? Come again? And she reached out to the social media director at Virgin Cruise Line. And they basically said, pick any cruise that you want and make content about it. And I was like, this is a thing? Shut the front door. So for those of y'all who don't know, we just did a Maggie meetup cruise for Royal Caribbean last month in November, and we are going to do another Maggie meetup cruise. It's my annual birthday cruise in November, but this coming year it's going to be on Virgin. So I need to get my editor, ask him to make a thumbnail. But I was like, would I make content in exchange for a cruise? You bet your bottom dollar. So I told her that I'm planning this Virgin cruise next year, and I was talking to her and I asked her, she's loved it. She was telling me all these great things about it. So y'all know me. Excuse me. I asked her, would you be open to a collab to come talk to my audience and tell them about your experience on Virgin Cruise Line? Because I've never been on a Virgin cruise. I've done Carnival, Norwegian Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean. So next year, if y'all want to go to teachablemoments.maggie.com. We already have the link set up. We'll do a Q&A with Lauren, our travel agent, but I asked Leah if she would do a collab with me and talk about her Virgin Cruise Line experience, and she said yes. So in addition to Glam with Nikki, in addition to Rebecca Rogers, I am also planning a collab with Leah. I know, OMG, exactly right. So Leah is it's Leah Lee. Lialeigh. So you all can check her out. She's doing a campaign right now with Burt's Bees. Beautiful and super sweet. All right, so just taking some more pictures as we're winding down. They put some gifts out for us. There's another picture of your flowers, Killis. They always give us little giveaways when we go to these YouTube events. This is great. Where is it? It might be upstairs. It's a nice little zipper pouch. You can use it for your makeup, for your technology or whatnot. So they have these out. So I put my cocktail down and of course got a nice little souvenir so you all can see. Thank you, YouTube. So they're gathering us at the end for a group picture so you all can see everybody's there. There's the couple that I met from Russia. So yep, I think that's it. Grabbing my coat and then heading out of the museum. So it was an amazing event. Now from here, I left the museum and I went to my Airbnb. I've already posted a little reel about my Airbnb, but if you all want to see where I stayed for the night, put Airbnb in the chat and I'll show you that. But it was a 2-hour event, lots of networking, lots of good food. It was a great little getaway for me. I'm always grateful to be exposed to, connecting with other content creators. All right, Killa says Airbnb. Okay, so I'm going to continue on, and what we'll do is I'll show you all the Airbnb, and then we'll end on that, and then I'll do another stream because I'm sure you all want New York. If you want a New York stream, put NYC in the chat, and we'll do a dedicated stream, a part 2 for New York. Usually when I go to these events, I do a day trip, which means I just go fly out the same day and fly back. So I literally just Uber to the event, network, eat the snacks, get the freebies and whatnot and come back. So I don't spend too much time away from home, have to spend, hotel or whatnot. But since the Charlotte event was on a Tuesday and the New York event was on a Wednesday, I could have gone Atlanta to Charlotte and back, and then the next day fly Atlanta to New York and back. I didn't want to do that. So I was like, I'm already going up the East Coast. Let me just find a place to stay in Charlotte and then fly to New York the next day. You want the New York part 2? Okay. So, you all may know I'm an Airbnb hostess. My home has like an in-law suite that I rent out. I usually have long-term students with me. It's been a great, another side hustle of Maggie's. But as an Airbnb host, I like staying Airbnb too. I do get discounts as a host because I'm a super host. I have a 5-star rating. As you all know, I love to welcome people. But I just needed a place for the night since this event was from 7 to 9 p.m. Literally, I just needed a place to shower and sleep. And so I found a cute little apartment. I booked it like the day before. Once I got my confirmation, I booked my flight and booked the Airbnb. It was an apartment in Charlotte. I just looked for airport and close to airport because I needed to sleep and then wake up the next morning, refresh myself, and go straight to the airport to fly to New York. Okay, so let us continue and we'll wrap up on my Airbnb stay. So this is coming down out of the museum. Those of y'all that are artistic, you can see all the art on the glass. We were on the 5th floor for a private event, but you can see the big atrium and different, floors and windows and whatnot. But shout out to the Mint Museum. So I've got my coat, I've got my luggage, getting ready to go. Had a wonderful event and networking. Okay, so now I have made my way to the Airbnb. So they told me to press this code. Uber dropped me off in the parking garage. And so they opened the door for me and I'm walking to my apartment and they have all these like living spaces, not living, like little lounge spaces. So apparently this is an actual apartment complex. I don't live in an apartment. I never have had my own apartment, but I love these little spaces that people can gather. But at this point, it's like close to 10 p.m. at night because after the event and then I'm heading to my place. So I'm just taking some pictures. So that's nice. They have like a little coffee station as I'm walking through to the elevator. My apartment was up on the 5th floor. But those of y'all who live in apartments, maybe this is, normal for you. But I thought this was kind of nice because it had like some little gathering spaces and it looked like a little tech cafe as I was walking past. So I'm on my way to my Airbnb, but they've got nice little spaces for people to gather. What else is going on here? Yeah. So I'm just, here's my luggage. I'm being nosy. I'm being nosy just like y'all. Club room. I'm like, what do they do in there? So this is the stuff that I do because I never know if I'm going to stitch it together and make a reel or a short. That looks like it's the front entrance where, you know, you can come in off the street. I guess that's the leasing office. Y'all know I don't know this stuff. But they basically have areas where, you know, people can do whatever y'all do in apartments. All right, so I'm making my way to the elevator so I can go up to my Airbnb. I'm up on the 5th floor, so let me I'm in the app, and the host is basically telling me, you know, go here, get off the elevator, turn here, look for, I think my room was number 518. So what am I doing here? Are there more meeting spaces? I think I've already seen that. Okay. All right, so I found my little room and I'm like, finally. Who do we have here? We got Centennial G in the house, says digging the lights. You like the light hat? Oh, thank you. I feel festive this time of year. I'm going out tonight, y'all. I'm going to the Atlanta Symphony. It's my annual gift to myself, Handel's Messiah. Y'all know I'm a band nerd. And I just, you know, either this one or the Santa hat. Maybe I'll put one of them on. But yeah, I feel festive. Thank you for stopping through. All right, we're wrapping up. I'm showing y'all where I stayed the night in Charlotte. So finally, after I've flown, landed, went to the YouTube event, eat, drink, be merry, got in another Uber, made it to my apartment. Finally, I'm ready to crash for the night. You see, I got my little YouTube pouch here. And I think you all have seen this video, but I'm going into my apartment. So I'm giving you all a little tour. So turn on the lights. So it was nice and spacious and very clean, a little 1-bedroom spot, full kitchen. I wish I had more time to cook, but I was literally just gonna shower, get into PJs, go to bed. But I'm just, y'all know how we do, just going through, checking everything. I can't figure out how to turn on the lights here, but it was the lamp on the side of the bed, but very comfortable, very clean. It was like a nice little loop, great space for me to kind of decompress after all that meeting and greeting. I'm opening every door just to see what's what. I didn't realize how dark it was. And then I'm like, it's a big circle. It just goes around. All right, so there is my Airbnb in Charlotte. So had a nice little one bedroom spot for the night. I was able to refresh myself. Then I went out on the patio. They had a nice little patio, y'all can see. So they have some chairs there, a nice little balcony, and like a gathering space with some furniture down there. So just getting a lay of the land. Y'all know how it is when we show up somewhere. We want to know where everything is. So that's where I was for the night. So I think we will stop here. Let me pull up those YouTubers channels so you all can see Glam with Nikki. I'm gonna drop their channels in the chat so you all can check out the people I'm going to be collabing with. There is Glam with Nikki. This is her and her husband. Let me see. I'm gonna grab her link, but you all can see the type of content that she makes. Where is it? This one is funny to me. Flagged, but that's Glam with Nikki. So she has, this is another one. She's asked me to teach her how to cook something. How do men feel when we ask them to hold our purse? Hilarious. So you all can see her content. And like we said, comedy is important. So I met her in New York. You all will see more about that tomorrow. Let me go to Rebecca Rogers. So I will be doing a collab with her. Shout out to Glam with Nikki, just crossed over to 1 million subscribers. This is Rebecca Rogers.
We're gonna spill the tea today.
Oh goodness, what do we do?
I need this.
Where is the sound coming from?
Hi, my lovelies. It's Rebecca Rogers. Welcome back to my channel.
Oh, she has a video.
So many of you have been waiting for this.
Okay, so you all will see a collab with Rebecca Rogers. There's her channel. She has 2 million subscribers. And then let me find Leah Lee for you. And these are all content creators. Oh, am I not subscribed? Let me subscribe. I thought I was. She talks about why I quit teaching and all of that. But yeah, I mean, you got 2.19 million subscribers. I wouldn't be a substitute teacher either, or a social studies teacher either. I think I follow them on Instagram. Okay, so there's Leah. There is our esthetician and Virgin Cruise Line collab. So I'm just dropping their links so you all can have them. And that is it. So we have finished with part 1. Thank you all so much. I hope you all enjoyed this. So this was the Charlotte event. Again, thank you so much, YouTube. Hashtag Content Creator Collective. That was the Charlotte event. So our next stream, and I don't know, y'all, I don't think it's going to be tomorrow because Alex is having his mother-son dance at the military school. So they're having a sneaker ball. So I've got plans for tomorrow night. I got a date with my youngest, so that'll be fun. So I don't think I'm going to stream tomorrow, Saturday, but I'll probably be back Sunday and we'll do part 2. We'll pick up waking up in the morning at the Airbnb and flying to New York and showing you all the YouTube event there. So I think that is everything. All right. Thank you all so much, TikTok. I'm going to go ahead and dismiss. I appreciate all of the support. I will see you all probably Sunday on my next stream. Thank you for the hearts and the shares. All right. And then everybody else on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. In Jesus, military school, go Air Force. Yeah, the boys are probably both going to go, well, into the military. It's going to be up to them which branch they choose. But since they live with Dad, I like to see them when I can. So probably no stream tomorrow, and I will see you all Sunday. Killa says good night. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much, and thank you, YouTube. All right, everyone. Class is dismissed.